Sometimes I feel like I beat up people. Sometimes I feel like I don't really give you the best information. I give you good information. So let me help you out a little bit. Let me tell you just a snippet of how I go about this thing called life and money. Life and money. You have a mid-level job, you have a high-level job, but you are living at your means, right? So you're living at a point where your income meet your expenses, and you want some wiggle room, because when you live at your means, you actually are living paycheck to paycheck. Now, a subscriber of mine, or a random commenter, commented me and said, why should you live below your means? Rich people live at their means or above their means because they understand that life is short. And she said some other profound things. Now, hopefully she sees this video, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering your statement. I'm paraphrasing slightly here. And she goes into depth about money and how money works and some other, nuances about the financial world in general. Now, I just want to let everyone know that in order to be at a point where you can go out and vacation and go to carnivals and fairs and trips and other countries, travel abroad, all those things cost money. You don't want to come back to bills. You don't want to come back to debt. Now, most of the debt we have is accumulated by who? It's accumulated by us. We create our own debt. Like when we're born, you don't have debt. Now, unfortunately, some of our parents, right? It doesn't matter who you are. Some, not all. Some of our parents has used our social security number, has used our name to accumulate credit so they can do other things, and then they mess up our credit because guess what? They never had credit courses, they never had credit classes, they don't understand credit, so they mess up their credit, they're messing up your credit, so all of you now have bad credit. I'm off of it. For those of you that did not happen to, then you have created your own debt. You saw what you wanted and you went out and you bought it. You wanted that Mercedes Benz, knowing it was going to put you at the brink of your paycheck. Meaning you saw that every month you make $2,500, and once you paid all your bills, your rent, your mortgage, your food, your water, your gas, your kids' daycare, you knew that that Mercedes-Benz car note was $500. You knew you had $700 left. You say, well, I can pay for it, $500 plus insurance, $200. I'm golden, I'm great. No, you're not. You're living paycheck to paycheck, but now you don't have any wiggle room. Now you're crying about that you never grow out because you don't have the money. You're crying about something or someone or something that you have created or something that you have accepted or something that you did or did not do, which has caused you to be in the predicament in the situation that you are in now. Don't blame other people for your situation if you know you put yourself into. Oh man, I'm just out here working hard. I got 2 jobs. I got these kids I got to take care of. Okay, who made the kids? I know I'm not going there. I'm being real careful with that. But you made the kids, right? And I'm not talking about you should abort the kids, nothing like that. But you made the kids, you have to take care of them, right? You went out to apply for this car. They say, okay, yeah, you got a job, boom. Now you have the car. Who did that? Did you do that? So you knew that you had kids. Maybe you shouldn't have went out and bought an expensive car. Maybe you should have bought a bucket or a car that's just reliable, right? Maybe a Toyota Camry 1987 that's working good with maybe 173,000 miles on it. Maybe that's what you should have bought. Maybe you shouldn't have bought the 2016, 2018 Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Maybe you shouldn't have bought that. Maybe you should have done something different with your money. Maybe instead of blowing it on expensive shoes, purses, bracelets, jewelry, clothes, etc., that you really don't see any value in, maybe you should have invested it. Maybe you should have put in a high yield savings. Just maybe. But let's not cry about debt, guys, because we have put ourselves in debt. Most of us. We have put ourselves in debt. Debt is basic, okay? You want to know the definition of debt? On somebody else. On somebody else's money, you in debt, right? You went to these loan people and you said, hey, lend me some money. They said, well, how much you want? You say, yeah, I need about 35, 40,000 for this car. They say, okay, we'll give it to you anywhere between 1 to 20%. You're like, okay, cool. I want that car. I want your money. I'm going to pay you this amount of money back plus interest. You did that. You did that, not them. Then you say, okay, I'm making great money. I want to go buy this house. Well, how much is this house? This house is $350,000. Okay, cool. How long is the loan for? Oh, it's for 15 fixed or it's for 30-year fixed. The reason why I'm saying fixed, don't you go out there and get a variable rate. Don't you get no ARM. You get a fixed. Anyway, you say, hey, okay, well, cool, for 15 years. Oh, I can pay $1,800 for 15 years. You accumulated that debt, not anyone else. So the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is because I hear people cry about their situation and all the expenses that they had, like they didn't create it themselves. Like me, debt that I created myself. Here's my one thought. How in the hell do I get out of debt? What do I need to do? Oh, I have this going, this going, this going, this going. Okay, I want cable. I don't need cable. Let's take cable out. I save $80 there. How else do I do this? You know, every time I get gas, I always get premium. I don't have a premium car. I have a decent car. Okay, I'm getting regular gas. You get what I'm getting at, right? Maybe I don't shop for things on sale. Maybe I should, only when I need those things. But here we are again, living at our means. And when someone throws a rock through our window, you're gonna be cold. What's that for? What's that? Is that a simile or a metaphor? One of you would tell me, right? It's a simile, I think. But the point I'm making is, you won't have any funds, you won't have any money, you won't have any currency to get that window fixed because you're living at your means. And so for the young lady who was talking about rich people don't do that, we are not rich. Majority of Americans are the middle class, homeless, and poor. Okay, the pyramid structure of financial in this complex society in America is the poor, the middle class, the high class, the rich, and then the 1%ers. You see how the pyramid gets smaller? Because have you seen these talks? And I'm not saying you guys don't know this information. I'm just going over it again. That tax cuts should go to the 1%, the filthy rich, so they can create jobs and things trickle down. And then some people may think, no, we need to give tax cuts to the middle class because we're the biggest consumers, which thus helps out the economy to expand and the GDP becomes larger and blah, blah, blah. And then jobs are created more that way because we're spending more. I don't know. A lot of times that does deal with a lot of financial information. That also have to deal with politics, who's in office, who's doing all these particular things. But I'm gonna tell you this. Don't blame anyone for the debt you have accumulated. Don't. And don't complain about the debt you have accumulated. Find out solutions without excuses. Solutions without excuses of how to get out of debt and give that person's money back that you owe, right? Whether it be a single person or organization. You owe somebody some money somewhere, and now you're crying about paying them back because something happened that's unrelated to the loan. Here's one example, and I'm gonna get off this thing. You crash your car, or someone hits your car, and the car is totaled. So you're gonna call the car loan company and let them know the situation. They don't care. Very few of them care. Very few of them say, okay, man, we're gonna hold your payments until the insurance company pays us back. Not all loan companies do that. They're like, no, we want our money. We gave you the money to go out and buy the car. We don't care what happened with the car, ma'am. We don't care what happens with the car, sir. You owe us this damn money and you need to pay us. Because when you needed the money to go buy your Mercedes-Benz E-Class, I don't have one of those, I'm just letting you know. We didn't give you any boggle. We didn't give you any trouble. We didn't make an argument. The only thing we did was check your credit and your credit score, and we say, okay, you're good to go. Here's your money. But now you're talking about, oh, the car got in a crash. We don't care about that car. We gave you the money for the car. It's not our car. It's not our car. That's Ford's car. That Mercedes car. That's BMW's car. We don't care about that car. You bought that car with our money. The only thing we care about is getting our money back with interest, because that is the promise. That is the contract that you signed. So what am I telling you? I'm telling you to grow the up and understand how finances work, because when somebody lend you money, they don't care everything else that's going on in your life. Now, some of them may say, okay, we understand you're going through financial hardship, you lost your job. You call them, you say, hey, can you put this on hold for me? And some of them will, and some of them won't. I'm just letting you know, for those who won't, don't you get mad, and don't you like, well, I'm not going to do this. Nah, man, I ain't paying them. Don't you be that way, because guess what? They wasn't that way when they gave you the money. Just letting you know, man. Just letting you know. This is Ross World. Learn money and be inspired. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Ring the notification bell so every time I release a video, you see it first. And ladies and gentlemen, pay them people their damn money. I'm out.